And big up everybody in the building. Sorry about being so late. JP got stuck in traffic, and the other boys didn't show up. So it would have been a Blues brother, not a Blues Brothers. So big up everybody. Hope everyone's good. The Blues Brothers episode 5. JP just said it is a little bit late. He got stuck in traffic, so he's going to be bopping on any moment now. But luckily, I can talk about a Chelsea win for once in the Premier League instead of getting pammed. Well, we actually won today. A tale of two halves. Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 3. It looks like second half we managed to step it up just by the skin of our teeth. Hopefully the boys will be with me in a minute so I can discuss the game properly so I don't have to go back on myself too much. But then we talk about the first half a little bit. I'll give you the lineups between Chelsea and Villa today. Villa, excuse me, or Crystal Palace. Sorry, it's been a long, weird day. Crystal Palace started with Munez, Anderson, Richards, Mitchell, Wharton, Lamar, Ayew, Hughes, Flanker, and Matia. Was it Matea? We started off with Palmer up front. I can't believe that. Gallagher, Jackson on the left, Madueke on the right, Enzo Fernandez on the centre, and with Moses Cancedo, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Diassi, and Gusto. That's how the team started. Now, as far as I know, when you look at the stats from the first half, it was pretty bad reading for Chelsea. We only got our first shot in the 56th minute of the game. Palace were countering us quite a lot. And to be fair, all fair to them, they should have been maybe more than 2 up. But we managed to turn it around. The only thing I will say that was quite funny, hang on, here's my partner in crime at last. Big up JPT.
Yo, Wolf. Sorry for the lateness. Just got to work and traffic was crazy. How are you doing?
Yeah, man, good. That last 15 minutes was a bit of a flip, wasn't it? So I was just saying to our lovely audience that the first half of that game was something to Chelsea fans would have been something of nightmares, really. Lots of giving away the ball, lots of getting countered, lots of mistakes being made. Cole Palmer up front again. Raf, big up. DMX in the building, everybody. His spirits with us.
That's a little puppy.
I'm joking. But yeah, a very, very disappointing first half. What did you make of that first half, JP? If these dogs have stopped barking.
To be honest, horrible first half. How we only managed to get out with just 1 goal down, I'm happy with it because if you look at the stats, it's disappointing that we had pretty much 80% possession from start to finish of the game. And I think going into the half, we only had 1 shot, and that wasn't even on target. And I think that was Cole Palmer's shot that went far left wide.
Yeah, that was the one we got in the 42nd minute. The only shot we had in all the first half.
And I think they had.
They
had 6. They had 6 shots, and I think only 2 on target. But granted, I think that was a Petrovic shot. It was just kept low onto his right. But my goodness, we should not be taking this long to get up and running. Taking a whole half. I don't get why it took so long for the team to wake up. Granted, second half, we went out flying. Maybe the halftime delay saved us. Maybe it was Bob Marley playing that got the boys riled up.
But you heard about that? Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, go on.
I was listening to it. I was like, at this point, I didn't care if the halftime didn't end because I was like, I'm just chilling listening to Bob Marley. but I just don't get why it took so long for the boys to get up and running. But hey, I think it took what the first 3 minutes in the second half.
Yeah, within 3, and we've equalised. It's a funny story that I'm not going to go into the second half yet. Now, hold that thought. I just want to do a shout out. So Chelsea are back. Danny's taking the piss out of us. Smiley faces. 1 goal difference. It's not that bad, to be fair. Yeah, it could be better. Big up Garland, Wolf Green, and Baby Joker JPT, the 442 Blues. Yeah, yeah. And he just puts a little laugh out loud. So big up DJ Crane, big up Danny Boy, and big up everyone watching. Now, yes, there was the little bizarre story of they played Bob Marley's "Don't Worry" at halftime, but it was funny who was singing it in terms of at halftime, and 10 minutes later, like, was it 20 minutes later, who was singing it again? So like, because it was all the Palace fans were singing it. As they were 1-0 up, they were having quite a little vibe and atmosphere. And as JP said, within 3 minutes of the restart, we equalised. And then the Chelsea fans started saying, "Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing will be alright." Hey!
Chelsea!
Yeah, that's how they did it. Yeah, that's exactly how they were doing it.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was, and then they went back to "Don't worry." It was great. I have to say, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Maybe not the best song choice because look, look, Lerma's goal, wonderful strike. I mean, I don't think many goalkeepers would have saved that. And Petrovic, as sharp as he's been, he didn't expect that last second, like it just kind of like went straight to the right out of nowhere. It looked like it was going straight at him, then just swerves. It almost reminded me of like the Papiz Cisse goal for Newcastle versus Chelsea from like almost, I think it was at this point 10 years ago, or even longer than that.
Oh, you mean that bended shot from the left hand side? Yeah.
Yes, how it's going one direction and just swings back in, catches.
Yeah,
check.
Papa Cisse, yeah.
That was a good one. Granted, that goal again, that one was was phenomenal, but this one was just took us like a knuckle shot. But other than that, yeah, if that's the only thing that's giving you in the lead, and somewhat like still Newcastle, Crystal Palace was still subpar today. They just that one wonder strike, nothing from Roy Hodgson. Honestly, if it wasn't for Gallagher's 2 goals today, Roy Hodgson was Chelsea's man of the match. And this side is just has like problems from up, down. I don't know how he's still in the job.
He's a classic case of these Crystal Palaces and all that, this kind of thing. They've all like basically gone for managers they had before. West Ham have done it. Sheffield United have done it. You know, Crystal Palace done it. You know, I mean, there seems to be this weird trend of people going back to managers. Like we did it with Lampard, obviously. Danny Boy says Poch outsmarted Roy Hodgson. I don't really think it's a case of outsmarting him. I think what he was trying to do didn't work in the first half. And I'm gonna grab. You need another song. What song would you recommend? If you're going to go down that line of question. And big up HGT. He says, "Cheers, Wolf." And I agree with him on this one. Nkunku changed the game for me. And he did as well, because for me, he was being that focal point that Palmer wasn't, to be honest. And we had a bit more direction. But I have to say, like Deal said earlier, and hopefully he'll join us in a bit, that Palmer, oh, there you go. Big up, Latimus. Add him to the stage, your Chelsea brother. How you doing, bro?
Oh, hi.
Alright, look at him, bro. He's looking gangster, bro. He's on camera for once. Big up, brother. He's like Biggie Smalls, bro. Big up, bro. You look proper Christoph, bro. I love the shades. What are you saying, bro? You're right, yeah?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just because I woke up at 10 and I didn't like watch the game and stuff. So.
You missed it, bro. We had everything, bro. Singing, like back to France, fans geeing each other up. We had all sorts yesterday. But so, did you watch anything of the game? Did you?
I've seen highlights and stuff. Right. So.
All right. Well, put it so. What do you make of the first half performance? Because you're quite a smart gentleman. So give me your thoughts on that.
I don't know. From the highlights I saw in the first half, it seemed kind of like end to end, or at least that Palace were onto us a lot with
countering,
shots and stuff and chances. From what I've like other people have told me and stuff like that, we were quite poor in the first half or throughout the game, I guess, in general. Great goal from Lerma, but he really shouldn't be taking a shot from there. Someone should have closed him down. We score in the second half, at the beginning of the second half, didn't we? And we win it late on. I don't know, from what I've been told, it wasn't like the best of performances and stuff, and the game could have gone the other way. It could have been a draw, but we won. So I guess that's all that like matters now because we've got City next and
Mm-hmm.
Wolves. So yeah, I can't really give more insight as opposed to that because I didn't watch it again. But like we won. Like that's all that matters. I guess. Apparently, Poch like got it wrong in the first half how he set up again.
Big time.
But again, our quality. Like I didn't have confidence that we'd win this game, not because of our player quality, but because I didn't trust Poch to set us up correctly. Because that Villa game was so emphatic, and we've had performances like that this season where we've had a great result, and then the next following games, we haven't been able to follow up with a performance and getting results.
Consistency, yeah.
So
The consistency's not there.
I didn't expect us to do it today. And from what I've been told, this game could easily have been a draw or maybe potentially a loss. So, but we won. Our quality at the end showed because even though we are like 11th or 10th, we've got better players than Palace, and they're missing their best player. So we should,
Hang on.
on paper, logically, we should beat them, and we did. So, yeah, I'm like we won. I'm happy with the win, I guess. Or well, not, I guess. I am happy with the win. Let's take
Yes.
that. Into
Yeah,
City.
stick on the positive.
We're going to lose, but take that into City and put in a performance that's
Mhm.
respectable,
Oh,
and then get ready for the cup final.
do you want to do a quick shout out to Nigeria, by the way, for their AFCON win?
Nah.
No, because you seem to be putting Nigeria flags everywhere today. That when I've seen you put post on comments, so big up for them and big up. Congratulations to Nigeria, by the way,
We
winning
lost.
that. I didn't. Oh yes. Oh, unfortunately, yeah, but still, though they got far though. I know Ivory Coast won it. Sorry, but do you want to pick them up for getting as far as they did because they were like,
embarrassing final.
oh, you're not going to pick anyone up a little bit, no? All right, well. Oh, sorry, you're right. Sorry, I did make a mistake. I did say, sorry, they won. Sorry, I should have said they lost. I apologize. Ivory Coast won. I apologize. I made a mistake. But I just want to quickly ask you two boys this, and I'll start with JPT. Palmer is much more effective on the wing. He tends to get swallowed up in the false nine role. Do you guys, and I'll start with JPT, are you getting fed up of seeing him in this false nine position like I am? Because it doesn't work.
It really doesn't. And I thought that okay, even though we had him as a false nine versus Villa, I don't think we should have still carried that over to the league because we somehow look better in cup competition. As Prime mentioned, like we'll do fine in one game and then next game we'll shit the bed. It's I want to see this more consistent play like outside of cup competition. And granted, like this game could have and maybe should have stayed as a draw, but we just got a good shot from Conor Gallagher at 2-1. With like only a few minutes left. It's we just saw out the win and got him on another counter for the third. Great goal by Enzo and great pass by Palmer. But yeah, I don't want him to be as the false nine anymore. I guess maybe he was just looking to bring in Cuckoo off the bench instead of having him play from start to finish.
Well, on that,
I just wanted to play either as a cam or as on the right wing. So that's it. To answer your question.
On that, do you think Nkuku should be starting now? And I'll ask Prime the same question in a minute.
Yes, I get maybe Hodges doing this as to be precautious. Because if he gets injured again and he looked like he had like a little knee issue, that I think it was the Villa game. It was right before this one, where he made he was challenged, had to make a leap over, landed on his knees, and looked like I thought the worst. I thought, okay, he's gonna be out for maybe another couple months, just because our injury issues just seems to be getting worse and worse. I mean, with Fofana, it's delayed again. Lavia, another delay is there as well. So I just anytime that you see these players just they look like they picked up a knock or something, you think the worst. With our luck. Caicedo was another one as well, but Nkuku, I think we should just at least start him in the games where cup competitions as well. I mean, you can argue with the league games, but I would say more for the league games where we have a chance to at least climb the table versus City. realistically, I mean, I'm seeing that as a loss, and we're probably going to do predictions for this later. But hey, we're silver lining. It makes it tougher for Liverpool and for Arsenal to fight for the title. So,
Yeah.
pick your battles, I guess.
Well, we'll touch on Man City later, but right now we'll just stick on the positives. Now, quickly throw to Latimus. Latimus, what did you think of this Cole Palmer stuff? With him as a false nine, would you still want to see it? And let me just quickly introduce Big Up Deals, my boy, Cole Palmer on the front as we were talking about him.
Big up, my bro. Big up Prime, big up JPT. Good win, but look,
bro.
we got a lot to talk about Pochettino because I'm not happy about Poch.
Yes, sir. I'm getting into it as we speak. So, Prime, same question to you, my G. Like, what do you think of this Palmer as a false nine? I don't want to see it myself. What about you? You're muted, bro.
Yeah, so I think Palmer as a false nine can actually work. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it because, like, he's come from Pep at City, and Pep is like the king at being able to coach false nines. The problem is, Poch isn't coaching it effectively. He's playing Palmer up top, and instead of him being used as a false nine, he's essentially being used as a striker. And Palmer's not actually a striker because he's not an actual presence. Poch just isn't coaching things properly. If Poch was actually effectively coaching us into a false nine, which I would think with the players we have, that we could play a 4-3-3 false nine effectively. Effectively. But like Poch just isn't. Yeah, he's just like an act. He's not coaching things properly. Like Palmer false nine that worked against Arsenal, and he's kind of just been using that or relying on that for some weird reason, but he's not coaching. He's just throwing the formation up there and kind of hoping for the best. So I think under a different manager, Palmer playing as a false nine and having say Sterling or Nkunku or Jackson as inside forwards either side would work. Or even Nkunku as a false nine, which he's done that before at Leipzig, and having say Palmer and someone else either side, again, that also works. So
All right.
yeah, I don't have a problem with Palmer as a false nine. It's just how it's being implemented properly.
Yeah, you're right. You're cool with the idea, but the structure of it and how it's being implemented, shall we say, is questionable. And even I would say that as well from our first half. Now, let me quickly bring Deals up to speed and up to the questions. Bro, quickly tell me what you think of that first half, Deals, and this number 9, false 9 stuff for Palmer. You like...
Bro, I listen, with Palmer being in the false nine, yeah, I feel like the link up play between him and Jackson was good going up to the 45 minutes. But the problem is that our midfield was out of good position. Our midfield setup wasn't correct. He went back to the same old tactics of playing Caicedo and Enzo. Enzo was pushed up mainly, right? Palmer was trying to make run-ins, but the problem is our midfield connection to Palmer wasn't great. It wasn't that great in the 45 minutes. I would say that we struggled a lot. We struggled a lot because there was no connection.
Yeah, the link between midfield and attack was well off. And they
100%. Madueke went back to his learning process as well. The learning process of Madueke on that right wing. He looked like isolated on the ball. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did have a bad game today. I know he was left isolated quite a few, but he didn't. When he did get the ball, he had no clue what he was going to do. Maybe nerves got to him a little bit. I'm not too sure about that. About this part, do you think this? Are you like Latimus? Then do you think this Palmer thing could work if it was better structured?
Yes, I agree. I agree on what Prime said there. I believe that if we had a proper manager that knew what he was doing to play Palmer in a false line, I think Palmer would actually work in a false line properly.
Fair enough.
Fluidly as well. Because if you look at the way that we're set up through the midfield, there's no connection through the midfield to our attack. Why is that? It's because the way that we're set up. Look, he done a wrong thing against. He done the right thing about Aston Villa. Why couldn't he set up the same today? He put Enzo straight into the midfield, right up top in the midfield, right whereas Caicedo was left on his own. Why didn't he just stick to the tactics with Aston Villa?
I think arguably you can say he did play the same way against Villa, but against Villa, like, let's be honest. I know we had a great performance and stuff, but if we're being honest, they were very, very poor. I don't think anyone expected them to be as poor as they were.
No,
100%. I agree. I agree that Villa were poor against us,
and Villa didn't really sit back in the low block like expected. Palace today, they sat deep. So,
but didn't he change the system for Aston Villa by playing Caicedo and Enzo together? He didn't do that today. He didn't do that. There was times
they were closer
in the second field.
Yeah, they were closer. But again, I don't know if that was Poch or the player, because the fact that they only happened once, so I can't give Poch credit for that because it didn't happen again. So so for all we know, that could have just been the players, or that could have just been the fact that Villa were so poor, it allowed Enzo and Caicedo to look like they were closer together. But if Palace were actually on job and their midfield actually did what they were supposed to do, they might not have got that, time. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe people can think I'm being like harsh, but I find it very difficult to give Poch credit for things when it only happens on a one-off. We can just view it as a fluke. But yeah, I don't know. Like, that's
well, it is what it is.
Also,
what did you think of Silva? What did you think of Silva?
I'm not saying, by the way, it should be like our main source of how we play. Like, I still agree that we should get a striker, but it's just another avenue. Like, I assumed with Jackson being at AFCON that we would use a false nine, whether it was Palmer or Jackson or say Sterling up there, that we would use a false nine and just get through these run of games. And lo and behold, while Jackson was at AFCON, we were all crying to bring Jackson back. And now Jackson's playing left wing. So it seemed like until the end of the season, or at least for a good few months, a couple of months, this is how we're going to be playing with Jackson now on the left, and either Palmer or Nkunku up top.
Do you think that's because of the injuries, Do you think he's doing that because of the injuries, or do you think it's that he's changed his mindset because of down to how we've been playing recently?
What Poch you mean?
Yeah. Why do you think he's put Jackson out on the wing?
Well, he's trying to get the best out, because I'm not being funny. When he's had his best games for Chelsea, he's been out on the left wing / centrally. Look when we beat Aston Villa, he was leading the line quite. I don't know why you just don't play him as a striker, because he can play as a striker. So just play him.
I think he doesn't trust Mudryk.
It's Mudryk and Sterling. Would you trust them on the wing more than Jackson?
Well, I would be
possibly, because if you look at it, when we had Nkunku in a number 10, right? When we had Nkunku as a number 10, I'd rather see Palmer go in a winger and then play Jackson as a striker, and then play Sterling as a winger. Because if you look at it, in pre-season, that's what we done. We played Nkunku in a 10 and then Jackson in a striker, and it didn't work. It did work though. So I think that would be a good idea to do that. See how that goes. Playing Palmer on the wing, Nkunku in the 10, then Jackson up top, and then Sterling or Mudryk on the left.
Well, I want to ask everyone a question before we talk about the second half. Yeah, and this is it kind of relates into what Deals was just now saying. Why isn't Nkunku starting? Because this guy's been back a while now. It's not been back. He's not been back a week. Pardon?
Sorry, yeah. What? Just like I know, when did he come back?
He's been back about a month or two.
Was it the Liverpool game that he was back?
Well, he had a slight knock, and then but he would have still been like on it anyway. But I want to know when this guy's gonna start, bro. Because I'm not being funny.
Poch is just keeping him. I think Poch is just again, maybe not to give him too much credit, but I think for once, Poch is just keeping it smart, because we saw Nkunku originally came back this season, and then he got injured again, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think with the cup, with the City game, and now the cup final looming up, Poch is being smart with giving him minutes off the bench and not just throwing him in. Because if he had been thrown in against when we played Liverpool or where we played Wolves or Villa, our past few results, and saying Nkunku had got injured again, all of a sudden we're sitting here complaining. He didn't need to play against Villa. We've got a cup final in 2 weeks. We'd all be crying. At least I'd be complaining. So I think I'm assuming he's playing it smart. I'm assuming he will start against City, and he will definitely start the cup final. So
so being precautious, pretty much like from earlier,
Yeah.
like it's, and I don't blame him. Look at her, like I said, look at our injury issue, but also too, why risk him for City if we already like?
I think it's
if
because
we could be for the league, I say go for it.
I think it's because like Prime just said there. I think it's because of the injury crisis that he's had. He's being aware. He's being aware of the situation. That's what I think it is. Big up.
You know, and it's fair enough to say that I think, you know, our forwards is like our depth in forwards is kind of thin at the moment with Roja gone, and Nkunku still like not playing at or 100% fits. Mudryk is still, Jesus Christ, when is this guy gonna get his IQ up? Sterling's hit or miss. Noni, you never know if he's gonna put on like a stinker like he had today, or if he's gonna put up a performance. I think the one standout game he had along with a lot of the players was the Villa game.
Yeah, but that's one performance this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When everyone else stands out, it was more. It says more about the rival or the opposition than it says about your own team. So that's why. That's what I'm saying. Noni. So again, he's still fairly young, but then again, this goes into like, do we really have depth up front? And we can't really risk arguably our best forward in Nkunku.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that was a hard save to make with the goal being conceded? Do you think Petrovic could have saved that goal? Do you think he could have?
No. It should have been like Prime said. It should have been stopped. Someone should have stepped into it.
You shouldn't be allowing. I used to, when I was like very young. I used to play in goal, and I've also played like center back. I've played in defensive midfield. I've played 10. I've played quite a few positions on the football pitch. And like me as a goalkeeper, if a player is taking a shot like that on the edge of the box, like I don't like that. Like like you're in front of me, you should be blocking that off somehow. Like I can't remember who was there in the action, but I think, was it the Sassy, or maybe someone was in front?
Silva. It was Silva.
Yeah, that was Silva's one that cleared it and then tried to step in. The Sassy was the one that could have put his body to it, but he went away from the shot.
Yeah, we shouldn't be allowing players to take shots like that at the edge of the box because, again, it's I mean, like, fine, maybe 9 times out of 10 it doesn't go in, but on the one-off chance that it does,
no. With modern footballs, I would never take that chance of a shot from distance purely because balls are now designed to swerve and move in the air. Back in the day when they weren't. So
but that's my thing. Like, you don't take block it, do something.
Yeah, take the chance. Yeah, you don't take the chance, bro.
Even if you block it and it goes in, then fair enough. You did what you could. Is what it is. But at least do something.
All right, cue the second half. Cue the first 3 minutes, and then cue Conor Gallagher. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing was gonna be alright. Right, I'll start off with Jules. Bro, describe the second half for me.
I thought that we had a better pressure to Crystal Palace's backline the second half. I feel like we was better on the second half. We came out stronger. We came out with more passion in the game. I feel like in the first half we didn't have no passion there. We didn't have no fight there. Second half, we knew what the plan was. We knew what we was going to achieve against Crystal Palace's backline. Whereas Palace, right, they didn't have the right players to come against us. Like Prime was saying, if they had their proper midfield against us, I think it would have been a long game.
Yeah, I hear you. But if we had our proper team as well, that's if much and the maybes, bro. But tell me, what, in your opinion, what was different from the first half to the second?
I feel that we closed the gaps in their midfield. We closed the gaps of what Palace were trying to do against us.
Bit more. What you mean? We shut them down. We defended better. That's basically what
we defended better. And I feel like Gusto was the only one that was pushing up from the defense. I didn't think that Chilwell was that great. I feel like Chilwell wasn't that great on going forward. I didn't think he was all right going forward. What do you lot think?
JP, then I'll go to Prime.
Sorry, I was just getting stuff ready for the chat. So, Dios, can you repeat the question one more time? Just make sure I get that.
I didn't think that Chilwell was great going forward. What do you think of Chilwell?
Oh, shit today, man. Even what's better? Even when commentary is saying stuff that's quite a strange decision from Chilwell. I mean, the guy has been bad.
He was making bad passes, wasn't he? He was making bad sloppy passes. Yeah, bad decision making.
And
that's our captain.
That's vice captain, but I think he was captain.
He wasn't even shouting. He wasn't even shouting at the players, bro.
He's worried about too much about his hair, man.
Mr. Greenhouse, bro. That's Mr. Greenhouse to me. You all know my feelings on Ben Chilwell. That's all I'm gonna say.
What does Prime think? Well, I want to hear what.
You're a Chilwell fan.
Who, me? Who's a Chilwell fan? Are you starting?
Oh no, I didn't know your feelings on Chilwell, so I was asking.
No, I actually think he's a good player. I actually think he's a good player. Yeah, I think he's a good. I think he's a good player. I think he's better than. I think he's better than Cucurella.
That's not hard, bro.
No. I think he's better than Cucurella. Yeah.
I disagree. He's not better than Cucurella.
Well, there you go, then. There you go.
That's my opinion, bro. I think he's better than Cucurella, isn't it?
Either way, the opinion of Ben Chilwell here isn't very high. Well, he just made a glass for me, bro. This guy's been injury prone for about 2 years now. And
Wolfie, have you noticed yet? Every time he comes back from injury, there's 1 or 2 games that he has good, and then he falls off at certain times.
Yeah, and then he gets injured. So yeah, 2 years. I've seen this cycle already with it, just like with Reece James on the right. That's the thing, and it's been happening ever since after the Champions League season when we won the Champions League. We've had the same story of our back line, bro. Reece James left, out, bloody Ben Chilwell, Mr. Glass, Wesley Fofana.
Do you know what is with Chilwell? Yeah, I think he's a better left wing back. I don't think he's a left back.
Yeah, I think he needs to be in a 3 system to truly shine.
I think there's not in the modern game. There's no difference between a fullback and a wing back because fullbacks get forward anyway. In this day and age, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I get you in terms of there's not a lot of difference in the position, but in terms of Ben Chilwell having someone behind him to protect him afterwards would help him a lot.
Yep.
So it's one of those ones. I do appreciate what you're saying in terms of the job he does wouldn't be too different, but having someone behind him to cover up the space that it's the same thing that gets said about Zinchenko. It's the same thing that gets said about Zinchenko for Arsenal about the amount of space he leaves behind him on the left-hand side. Ben Chilwell does exactly the same bullshit. That's the thing.
I don't like.
Yeah, neither do I.
Even when we bought him, I've never rated him. This guy is
I rated him when we had a 3 at the back system, and he had someone behind him looking after him. Now, when we play a 4 at the back, right, because he gets exposed so much behind him, and he hasn't got defensive awareness, not proper defensive awareness, right? Which Gusto kind of actually schooled him a bit on today. Because big up Gusto, I think he was one of our men in the match.
Wolfie, I think there's better left backs in the league than him, 100%.
There's been better left backs,
100%.
I think we wasted, when we bought him for 50 mil, there were so many fullbacks. Alejandro Grimaldo, he was around at that time who I wanted. There were so many fullbacks around, but Chilwell, it's just a matter of time. Whether it's Cucurella or we end up buying a left back, which looks like it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Yeah, because there's no Madison.
He's
gone now.
So annoying.
Madison's gone in the Premier League.
Yeah, I know everyone's feelings about Madison, so I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, there's no point of putting salt on that wound.
If you think you're a better left back than Chilwell, hit the like button. JP killed it.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I don't know what the likes are on. I don't know what the views are on, but
Rosie's been keeping.
If you're watching and you haven't liked yet, hit the like button.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you think you're a better left back than Chilwell. Yeah, but Rosie's been keeping up to date with the likes, and I think same with Crane. Or no, it was Kenny.
Kenny Fan TV.
Yeah. So big up to both of y'all, and big up to the chat pretty much in general.
All right.
But
So JP, in your opinion, what changed the second half?
Taking off Noni really did help because he was not coming up with their causes up front. For Nkunku, wonderful. And it made a difference right from the back. They must have addressed the midfield issue because I didn't see as much space go in the second half between from the midfield to the attack. But what I was saying, I was about to say is that there was a still frame of Silva trying to look for someone to pass in the first half, and the midfield is empty. How does this happen? Like when it comes to
JP, it's because the way that we've been told to be set up.
exactly
It's because of Poch, bro. You're telling me it's because of the players? No, I don't think it's because of these players, bro.
So then he must have addressed his issue. Then he must have addressed it in the So again, big up to Poch for making the right decision, because if we stay like that, this game could have ended 3-0 for Crystal.
You do realize the reason why Gallagher's our best player in the midfield is because of the system. You do know that, right?
He's not our best player in the field.
No, he isn't. I know clearly he's not our best midfielder. It's Palmer that's our best midfielder, right? But in hindsight, yeah, if you look at it, it's because of the way that we're set up. That's why Gallagher's our best midfielder. He works in the system, the way that we're set up.
Wait, what are you saying? You're saying that he's our best midfielder?
Yes, Gallagher's our best midfielder. 1,000%. Yes, he is in the system. The system suits him.
No. The system's built for. No, I hear what Dills is saying. He's obviously not the better player. He's not the better player, obviously, but in terms of the roles they've got, Connor has obviously probably been at Chelsea the longest out of everyone, so it's probably easier for him than it is Enzo and Gonzalo. So, and I'm not being funny.
But like the system that we're playing, like for the most part, it's non-existent. And it's a hindrance to us. So even if you're saying that it gets the best out of Gallagher,
you change system, I guarantee you he's not the best midfielder, 1,000%.
But we probably should change systems because what we're playing isn't good enough anyway.
Fair enough. I do agree that sometimes players could be better organized into better shape, like you guys said and touched on it earlier, the structure. But the structure did change, and I'm going to start with Latimus for this one. How did the structure change when Nkunku came on?
I mean, just judging from the highlights, it looked like Palmer went out to the right, and I think it was Nkunku down the middle. So even though Nkunku's not a striker, like he's more of a presence and a focal point.
Wait, Prime. Didn't Nkunku say when he first joined us? Didn't he say he was a striker in an interview?
No, he's not.
Yes.
He's not really a striker. He's like he can like he's like and he's also not really a 10. Like he's kind of like a false 9, like a hybrid. He can play 10. He can play 9, quote unquote. Like he can play off the left. He can play off the right. He's just an all-round forward.
Mm-hmm. Well, as far as I know, actually, for what he was playing at Leipzig, he was predominantly on the right. For what I understand.
They played him on the striker, bro. They played him as a full
at Leipzig,
second striker.
At Leipzig, he was either playing in the front 2 or he was playing off the left.
Well, as I said,
he can also play off the right. Like that's the thing. He can he's an all-round forward. He can play anywhere in that forward line.
Yeah, he's what we call a versatile forward back in the day. In that case, then, now we've seen a little bit of him, and we've seen how we can change games, and I'll start with Deals with this. How important is Nkunku going to be for us now?
Very important, 100%. I think that we need to play him on, like Prime said, I think we need to play him on behind the striker, because I don't think he's a false 9, 100% on his own. I don't think he can do the job. But if there's someone with him, I think up top, like the wingers, like Madueke or who is it, Palmer and Gallagher, if they're all floating on behind him, I think that's will achieve Nkunku to play up top mainly. I think it would help him personally.
Fair enough. JP?
Yeah, he's going to be one of our more pivotal players in this team. But it's more so that as long as we can just keep him healthy, and goes for a lot of these players on the team. But Nkunku is something we need to make sure we keep healthy. So it's not like I'm not too upset with Poch putting him on the bench and coming off the bench, I should say, instead of just straight up starting. But he's going to have to come to a point where he is going to have to be a consistent starter. But
he's going to want that. The player's going to want that.
He's going to want it. The manager's going to want it. But is his body going to allow him to?
JP and Prime and Wolfie, did you see the link-up play between him and Palmer? The link up play, there is a connection there. It's just
Yeah.
that we got to try to find Nkunku in the right spaces. Because if we find the right spaces for Nkunku, he will score goals for us 1,000%.
Well, it's not a matter of space. If you're still, well, like JP just touched on, are we still trying to keep him fit or find his best position? What's the actual Nkunku situation right now? And that's why I said about, is it about time this guy starts? Because I'm not being funny. How much did we pay for him? Was it 65?
I think it was 65.
I think we will see him start. It's just the fact that, like Prime said,
or 60.
It's about the right timing for Nkunku.
True.
I don't think he's fully fit yet. I don't think he's fully fit to start a 90 minutes full game.
Well, that's why I want some clarification. If he ain't going to start soon, when is he? And can we have a bit? Because that's the one thing about it that's really, really annoying. Like, we fucking barely know what's going on anymore.
I think he starts him. I think he starts him at Man City, but then he gets benched at a certain time, I reckon.
Well, I'm not being funny. Like, if we don't start him as a sort of 9 floating striker, if you want to, as we put it earlier, who do you start? Because I'm not being funny. Palmer, as much as I don't mind, I like him as a player. He doesn't have the physicality for me to play as a false 9. Sometimes
I think he will play against. I think he definitely starts the cup final.
Oh, he has
Whether
to.
he starts against City or not, I would assume he starts against City, but like he might just come off the bench. But I think he'll definitely start the final.
Rosie,
Let me ask you a question. Yeah.
Before you ask your question, just 2 seconds. Rosie, if you still want my help, my Instagram links in on my YouTube channel, so you can just.
Also, Deals, I think there's like an echo or a static coming from your mic when you're not on mute. So just to give you a heads up.
What?
Hey.
Is she a Chelsea fan? Is she making Chelsea like?
What happened, JP? What did you say?
No. Just don't. No, she's gonna make content if she's made up her mind what she's gonna make. She might do football. She might do betting. She might do cooking. She hasn't made her mind up yet.
She does betting. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Well, I wanted her to be my odds girl, but she won't do it. I said that to her ages ago.
I would join that channel so quickly. I'm losing money on my phone now that Betty's gone online and mobile.
Well, I'm not being funny. Like, as I said, like if she ever wanted help, it's just in a quick way to get in contact. And I'm sure everyone else would help her as well, whether she wanted to ask. Really, like, always been a nice person. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly answer that because yes, I did say that a while back, but she never made her mind up.
Sorry, I just want to say one thing. But yeah, what I was just saying to Deals is that I think he's got like some type of static sound coming off for him because when he's not on mute, I hear a static. So I just want to keep it in mind. Unless it's just me. If it's just me hearing this, and I'll go mute. It's probably me. But I thought it was just with Deals. I guess like try right now, Deals. See what I'm saying? Is it me just hearing that?
Well, he didn't talk. He unmuted, but I didn't hear him.
No, but
Can you hear me?
It's like a background sound. It's not saying like when he talks. Just want to make sure, just in case if that's bothering anyone's ear, just want to help prevent that. That's it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you crystal clear.
Good luck to your son. Right, yeah, we can hear you. So yeah, go ahead, Jules. What was your question, bro?
Wait, can you not hear me?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. My question is, do you not see Sterling as a false 9? Can you see Sterling as a false 9 in this team?
No physicality.
Prime?
Not with the way Poch plays necessarily, but Sterling has played. He did play false 9 for City, and like Sterling as a player, so long as you create chances for him, like he is someone that will eventually score goals. You've seen that at City.
Oh, he can finish, yeah.
But he's just a guy. He can't be involved in the build-up play. He just needs to be someone who's just at the end of things.
Do you know what, Prime? Yeah,
The way Poch plays, I don't think a false 9 works for any long sustained period of time. I'll be so real. I think
with Sterling,
while Poch is here, Jackson needs to go up top because he's the only one with an actual presence up there. Because this playing false 9 stuff, like in theory, is great, but the way Poch plays or lack of coaching, it's just not going to work.
With Sterling as a false 9, a false 9, I don't think it would work. But what I would like to see is that he would be floating in between Palmer and interverting changing with Palmer, because I feel like Kim and Palmer's chemistry is known from Man City. So I feel that it would work through Palmer and Sterling's link-up play. I feel like their link-up play could work.
Even if they interchange positions quite a lot.
Yes, yes.
To throw people off. Like have Palmer, Sterling, and Kuku all start swapping around.
Yes, that's what I want to see, because I feel like that's how we can actually get at teams. I feel like Sterling, he listen, a lot of people say that this guy is done and finished. I don't believe he's finished, bro.
He's still got something in him. He's a good player. We can all sit there and take pot shots at the individual criticisms of Poch's system, and we all know at times he doesn't get the best out of the players he's got. He doesn't. Like, we're not going to dress that up, but sometimes the structure of the team is not suited to a false nine, because like Latimus just said, if you play Raheem Sterling as a false nine, basically you just want him taking a shot when the ball gets to his foot. That's it, and just putting the ball in the back of it like he did for City. That's why he got 12, 13, 14, 15 goals for them. He was like yet to tap that particular resource. But it went a bit topsy-turvy for a little while in the second half. They got at us a little bit. We started dominating them a little bit in terms of making chances. Then cold Palmer. We should start calling that. Just call him cold. 2 assists in the second half. 1 for Conor Gallagher. And does he now deserve props, Conor Gallagher?
100%. I feel like Gallagher had a good game in this game. I feel like he turned up. Like, he's always turned up on shooting times. And I feel like with shooting times, when he's got the right pass and the right to him on the ball, I feel like he knows what he's doing at certain times. But then at certain times, if it comes up against a proper defense, I feel like his knowledge against teams is not that great.
Co-host pissing around. Sorry.
I feel like against low blocks. I feel like against low blocks, I was
wondering why you did that. That was all. Sorry.
Against low blocks, you don't really do well, but then against high pressing teams, I feel like he does well and against a high pressing team.
Yeah, true. Nidamus?
What was the question?
Does Gallagher deserve props?
Oh, what, for this game? Yeah.
Or
just
generally
goals and help us get the winner. In general, meaning like
his form this season. Like how do you see Conor now? Can he become important for us, or is he just still the guy that shouldn't be there?
I think like realistically he like shouldn't be starting. But like you credit for him for the game today. Like he scored the 2 goals and it helped win us the game. So like obviously you give him credit for today. But like in general going forward, like for that cup final, for example, do I want to see him starting? Realistically, no, because he doesn't get in ahead of any of our. Doesn't get in ahead of Caicedo or Enzo or
not Lavia. I don't think he gets ahead of Lavia when Lavia's back. I don't think so. I wouldn't want to see.
Lavia's a teenager and he's only played 1 season of football. So like,
wait. Lavia, no, but Prime. I feel like Lavia, he would have a big part to play when coming back, bro. I feel like Lavia is a better.
We'll talk about that when he's fit. We'll talk about that.
Lavia's a teenager. He's only played a season of football, and he's
bro. And he turned up against the big moments teams, bro. He turned up. He turned up against us, He turned up against us. He turned up. Go on.
No, I was just about to say, Dills. If he comes back and he does well and he takes the spot legitly, then it's a done deal anyway. So
listen, Lavia, like people like love to praise Lavia, like he's a teenager. He's only played a season of like football, and he didn't really impress me that much at Southampton. Like, give him like time to actually play and develop. Like, so having this, like, people are gonna put on Lavia what they did with Nkunku, him being the savior to save us. Like,
he's more a natural 6. Lavia's more a natural.
First of all, no, we can't realistically have our savior. He's only been shut up for 32 minutes.
One at a time. Go on.
Lavia's more.
Can I finish?
Go.
Yeah. I know he is a 6. I know he's a DM, but again, still like the guy's still a teenager. Like we're all complaining. Like, well, maybe not us, but like Chelsea fans are complaining that we lack experience, right? Why are we then going to just throw in a teenager into the team just to do what? Like, and particularly when we also complain about Poch not coaching us, we're going to throw in a teenager into our midfield, and then he's then going to get stick, and people are going to say the guy's not good enough. Why did we waste money on him? Like, again,
right, yeah, you're thinking of the player. Yeah, you're thinking of the player.
Talented, and he'll have a bright future, but like, let's just wait until he's actually fit first and he's ready to get a few minutes off the bench.
Yeah, go on, Dills.
With Lavia, yeah, I feel that in a natural six, yeah, he's a natural six, bro. So he can play with.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah. He can play beside Enzo and Caicedo, bro. I feel like him in the six, yeah, floating behind Caicedo, so Caicedo knows that he's got defensive midfielder behind him. I feel that would help Caicedo mainly his game.
Fair enough. JPT, where are you feeling all this Lavia thing?
I mean, I'm not gonna pretend he's not like a talented kid. He's got a bright future if he can stay healthy. But the thing is that I don't think this guy is gonna be a real piece for Chelsea, because you can't really rely on someone that's here for 32 minutes and it's work. How many months in the season are we in right now?
How about Connor? Now, do you think he's now worth keeping, or what's the story?
My stance hasn't changed with him. He's a Poch player. He's only going to be here until Poch is here. He's a squad player is best. And let's not pretend like the Borders does not seeing. They're not reading Conor Gallagher. They're seeing pure profit on his jersey. Like, that's all he's going to see. A lot of these guys.
But how do you feel about it?
Like I said, squad player at best, because as what Prime said, the false nine thing is a temporary fix. It's not realistic carrying this into an entire season. I'm not a fan of it unless it just suits to our opposition, like to beat our opposition. If they're really flawed to a false nine system.
Lady Melina in the house, big up to you.
But it shouldn't be like our go-to formation. Pep had his go-to formation, and his playing style. We need something similar to that, but like of our own. And the false nine is really not going to work.
Oh, the Connor question I didn't get to finish answering.
Oh,
like, I've always said, like, I think Conor Gallagher can be a good squad player. So as much as I speak on him and stuff like that, like, I do understand like the qualities he can bring in a squad, and he can like fill in gaps if needed. And again, if we had a better like manager, a better coach, you'd probably see like him being a better player, I guess. But the way he has been viewed and treated now, the fact that he's like one of our captains and stuff, when a new manager comes in, how is that going to work from him going for being a starting player for Chelsea for almost 2 seasons to then being a squad player? Will he be okay with that?
Yeah, he's
maybe,
not.
because like he loves the club and he wants to actually stay as opposed to leave. But like, would he be okay with him getting like minimal minutes off the bench and stuff? I don't know. So, and I'm okay with selling him, by the way. But if he stays, that's fine, so long as he's okay with being a squad player. Like, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's I'm not being funny. We have to buy someone to play in front of him at the moment. So unless Lavia does take his spot, like Dill said, that's another one that's a bit up in the air. Because like it's going to be one. If we do get someone, do they stay fit enough where we don't need to play Connor? Does he become a squad player? Yeah, these are all questions that, you know what I mean. Right now, we're not really in a position to answer, to be honest. Because right now we don't have anybody else other than Conor Gallagher to play in that midfield. So
I think we said him in the summer. I think he's going in the summer still.
Possibly, because the whole Trevor Chalobah thing's a bit nuts as well. I still can't believe that guy can't get minutes as well, because he must.
Listen, he's going to be back in the team still because Silva's injured.
I hope so. Because he's actually a good player. I like Trevor Chalobah, and I'm not being honest. We've kind of screwed him a bit, and I'm not being funny. Like,
no, he's been injured, bro. Yeah,
he's been injured. No, we've been injured, bro. But the way we've treated him, even when he's been injured, has been a bit shitty. I'm not even being. We were trying to sell him even when he was fucked up, bro. So it's kind of, you know what I mean? It's just one of those ones.
Because you could argue, then why hasn't Ben Chilwell gotten a similar treatment? And Chalobah's
I think it is. I think with Chalobah, he's mainly a Tuchel type of player, and Bayern wanted him in January market. I don't get why we didn't sell him in January.
Wasn't it because he re-injured his knee?
No.
Oh yeah, Bayern were lined up to get him apparently.
Yeah, Bayern wanted him, bro. That's why I think he's more a Tuchel type of player. I don't think he's like a Poch type of player, bro.
What? To be honest, he'd be perfect on the right hand side of a 3.
Nah, I don't think so. I think he's more a Tuchel type of player, bro.
Yeah, fair enough. But I just think when he's in a back 3 and he's got someone playing in front of him, I think that's probably suits him the best. Because to be honest, that's how Tuchel used him. And to be honest, he was pretty good. He had that stupid record about whenever he played, we won. So there's something to the guy. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, going off subject a bit. Enzo Fernandez, what a goal, eh? Put a defender on his bum.
I think Enzo had a good game still, second half. I think second half he turned it up. First half he was all over the place, bro. He was making certain passes that weren't making the right run-ins. I think that Enzo, this game, he more turned it up second half.
Prime?
Yeah, good, well taken goal. I'm glad that like he's finding like not just a good run of form and everything, because I think he's for the most part like I think he's been having a good season. But like you know what people are like, and particularly rivals, they don't actually watch Chelsea, so they just go off of the fact of Chelsea have been losing games. Enzo's not scoring and assisting because that's all that matters in this game now. So the fact that he's getting goals and getting assists, maybe that can actually like shut rivals up and just allow Enzo to just keep playing. But like he's been playing very well, and let's see. Hopefully, like going into the City game and going into like a final, like if Chelsea can put in a great performance, like he will be a massive part of that. So yeah, I'm happy, and I like the fact the way him and Palmer link up. I like that. So.
Big up the assembled in the building. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. JP, how do you rate Enzo's goal, bro? And how things went?
He got a little bit of the Cole gene as well. We got the Cole brothers, Cole Crush, but kept his composure really well. Like it's, I thought he would have taken the first opportunity just because of the nerves, but it's sat the defender down. Goalkeeper kept flopping on the ground like fish out of water. Put it perfectly top of the net, but yeah, a great second half. Can we talk
about Silva next? Can we talk about Silva? Because I'm
yeah, sure.
I think Silva's finished. By the way, I think he's done.
Like for the season, or like just him as a player.
I think he's done for the season, bro. He's done.
Yeah, that injury. Look, whatever was wrong, he knew right away. Yeah, Enzo, great game.
We'll deal with the silver lining first, then we'll deal with the silver because that's the repercussion of the game. Yes, I do think Enzo took his goal well. I feel sorry for Enzo in the sense of the team in general has made him look worse than what he is. We've all sat there and said at individual times about how certain times we'd finished our dinner, Enzo's stats would look a lot better than what they are. And I think we can all agree that sometimes we miss when he puts it on a plate for other players, they have missed it. Like, that's not an understatement, and all four of us can testament to that. So I feel sorry for Enzo, but he does look like he's getting his smile back, which is good. Because I like the fact that he put the defender on his arse twice. Because he actually waited for him to dive the second time as well before he shot it over him, which I thought was quite clever. I enjoyed that. See, Prime's smiling.
Can I say something about Enzo? Can I say something? Apparently, I don't know if you lot saw it after the game, but there was some black kids, going for his t-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't pass the t-shirt to them. He passed it to the white fans still.
All right, I didn't see that. I'm not really gonna go about how racial.
Did you see that?
Listen, but
did you see it? Did you see it?
Listen, that's nothing. Like he's giving a shirt to a fan. Like that's if Enzo was black and he gave a shirt to a black player instead of a white player, we'd be saying anything. Like that's nothing.
White fan, yeah. I don't know. Okay, maybe I don't know what Deal saw. I need to see if we can clip that up and send that to me or something.
I'll send it to you, bro.
That sounds bizarre, bro. I'm not even gonna just randomly out of nowhere, like.
Dion saw the same thing that Enzo saw. Color.
Did Enzo like give the black fans?
You know, man's
dirty
live on
looks?
Twitter, bro. You know, man's live on Twitter, bro.
Are you?
I find everything on Twitter, bro.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay. Big up Twitter, but like, yeah, we don't deal with that negative energy here, bro. Like, if it gets proven later on down the line, I'll be like, Dills, you know what? You said that back in the day, bro. I know, but until that's proven, we can't be dashing allegations around. Like, man's racist, like, you know, like, can't really, you know. But anyway, back to the game, and just okay, we'll touch on the Silva. I wanted to ask about Palmer, then we'll continue to do player ratings, but we might as well say about the Silva thing now, right? How bad do we reckon that injury is? And go on, Dills, because you wanted to start, then I'll go to JPT, then Prime.
You know, with Silva, yeah, I feel like with Silva, yeah, in certain times in certain games, yeah, I feel like he's ready for certain games, but then I feel like he needed resting, and I feel that he's not the same player that he used to be. Now, is he going to be crucial to this team or playing in this team or being a leader in this team or by training with the team and actually leading the young guns like Colwell, like Disasi, like Badishili, all the youngsters that are our centre backs, right? And actually teaching them. Because I feel like he'll be more than a leader behind the scenes than playing. That's what I want to see from Silva.
Wait, you reckon about time he's a coach, you mean?
Yes. I don't think he's good as a player no more. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ooh. JP, your reaction to that?
To Silva? I mean, the one thing is that he immediately was waving off to be taken out. Like, he knew that this is a bad injury. And it's it's weird to say like it's not injury prone, but he has a bad history as of late with picking up like knee injuries, going back to I think last season when we played the return from Spurs. I think it was Romero that took him out, and now it might be the same thing. I'm not sure what the injury was for today, but either way, it's not like he was going to stay past this season. So now we're going to have to see this from here on out to the end of the season. Is going to see, do we really need to be in the market for a center back this
Yes,
summer?
we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need
even if we keep Chalobah.
We need a spirit centre back. That's going to be like Thiago Silva. But we can't find another Thiago Silva because there's no other Thiago Silva.
Not players at that level, bro. Not at the moment.
What I'm trying to say is find an experienced one. Find an experienced defender. That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Well, it depends on surely whether we get a centre back depends on what system we play next season. Because I'm not being funny, we have 5 centre backs as it is with Thiago Silva. So it's one of those ones where and I'm not being funny. Gusto, because of he's starting to have a bit of a decent showing. Like I think we'll see more of him, and I don't know. It's weird because I wouldn't mind seeing another centre back, but if we keep Chalobah. It depends if we keep Chalobah as well.
Bro, we're talking about Wesley Fofana here as well.
Yeah, I know, but we still got Colwell, we still got Diassi, we still got the Balashil, and we got Trevor Chalobah, even if we're not talking about Wesley Fofana, so that still leaves 4. And I even mentioned Thiago Silva as well. So
and then if you really want to add another name, just to add another name, what this isn't technically.
I think we will get another centre back. I think that we will get another centre back. It's just that matters which centre back are we going to go get. If we go get another youngster, that won't help us. I'm telling you that now. We need somebody that's experienced.
I've been saying that all season. I've been saying that all season. But
imagine these man, yeah, thinking Silva's gone, and we're bringing in another youngster as a centre back.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cross that road yet, bro. I'm not gonna cross. Let Silva be gone first. Lanimus, your whole thoughts on this Silva issue?
I don't agree with people when they say he's had a bad season. I think he's been good. Thing is with Silva, and to be fair, I've been saying this for a number of years. JBT, you can actually attest to this. Haven't I been talking about for a couple of years now? He's gone. haven't I been talking about it for a couple of years?
Sorry, he'll be back in a sec.
No, you have, Prime. You have.
Talking about Silva like you shouldn't be playing week in, week out, just based on his age. I was even when we originally even bought him, like he's great and all of that, but I was saying that why that signing didn't make sense because we were supposed to build a defense, for the future, and he was only gonna, at least for me in my head, I assumed he'd only last us like a year or two. Now, fast forward, he's been here like 4 years now, which is great, but still, we still haven't built. We've been reliant upon him every season. After we won the Champions League, we all thought Christensen, Rudiger, they'd be part of our defense. We built for the future. Silva's still playing. Last season, we spent big money in Fofana and Koulibaly, whatever. That's our defense for the future. We're still relying on Silva. This season, we have Disasi and Badiashile and all these guys. Cole.
Prime. Do you think he's been our best defender this season? Prime. Do you think he's been our best defender this season?
Yeah, I'll answer that in a sec. And now we're still reliant on him. Yeah. The thing is, like, when arguably you can say he's been our best defender. The thing is, like, when you consider his age and we've been playing high line, like, that's always going to catch him out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Silva's never been the fastest player anyway, even when he was, in his prime and young. So playing him in a high line just doesn't really make sense. And also when you're playing like against Liverpool, that second goal I think we conceded, where he was dragged out of position into left back, that shouldn't be happening because our actual left backs, Chilwell, should be where Silva was.
He got disappeared.
Yeah, so like not being coached properly, not having a real defensive setup, that's going to expose him, quote unquote, even more. I want him to stay another season. However, provided that he's here as a as a player kind of coach type of role where he's here.
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what he should be right now. That's what he should be right now.
Yeah, he's here as a mentor in the squad for these younger centre backs because they can learn a lot from him, by the way. Mm-hmm. And he does want to go into coaching, and he loves the club, his family and everything. They love the club. They love being here in London. Like, I think it makes sense giving him one more year so he could retire at the end of next season. He's here, like, helping, because I'm assuming we'll get a new manager, helping the new manager, helping these young centre backs like grow and develop. And at times, like when you look at our centre backs, Fofana, everyone keeps talking about him. He's vastly injury prone. Like, if our defenders keep picking up injuries and Silva has to step in for a game or two, I would trust him to step in for a game and him put in a good performance
as a coach.
So as a like the coach player.
That's what I thought he was going to do. This is what I thought he was going to do this season.
He was supposed to, but again, with the injuries we've had, he's had to keep playing. So this is another thing. I'm sick of us buying players. Like, one, we buy players that have a past of being injury prone, like when we bought Fofana, and two, we bring in players and all of a sudden they keep getting injured. Gusto, he's had like I think 2 injuries, small injuries this season. He's never been injury prone in his career. Why is that happening all of a sudden? Like, we need to look at what we're doing in terms of, like, we know Poch's coaching methods and stuff runs players into the ground, but our medical team, that really needs to be assessed, because I look at Man City and they've bought injury prone players in the past and yet they've still managed for the most part to keep them fit. We talk about KDB and how he gets injured every season, but yet he still manages to play a huge chunk of the season anyway. So how are they able to do it? Look at Haaland. Before City bought him, the guy was injury prone. Gundogan, before City bought him, the guy was injury prone. So, like,
Prime, we're talking about
find a way to sort it out because it's annoying.
Prime. The problem is, with this team, and the setup of the owners, I feel like the owners, that's based on the owners. They can sort all that stuff out, the medical team out, and this is why I blame Todd Bowley and Egg Barley.
But that's not an owner thing, because we've had.
It is. Yes, it is.
Bro, we've had a
responsibility now, but he's right. We've had a problem.
We've had a poor in medical staff like when Roman was here. We've had a poor medical staff.
Ever since Ava left, bruv. Ever since Ava left, our staff.
Yeah, so like,
yes, be real about it.
Yeah, it's down to Bowley and Egbali and Clear Lake to sort it out now. But like, this didn't start with them.
No,
it's been here for years.
Right, let's move on quickly because I want to get to player ratings like that. Let's quickly talk about Cole Palmer. Man was freezing second half. Right, what do we reckon of his assists?
Listen, Cole Palmer offers what we expect from Cole Palmer. I feel like Cole Palmer, what he's delivered this season, right? He's come in this team as one of the best players that we've bought since the last, I would say, since we missed Mata. Since we've missed Mata, he's been that type of profile.
Well, Hazard was better than Mata, though.
No.
I understand what you mean, but the creative side as well.
Yes. Since we missed Mata, he's been that type of profile. When man tried to tell me that Mount's a similar player as Mata, no. Because that's
hell to the no. Hell to the double. Yeah. Oh no, bro.
What Palmer has delivered this season, right? What we expected in Havertz and Mount. These guys weren't on the scratch as Palmer. What Palmer's delivered, what Palmer has come and done since he joined us. He's joined us on a note where to say, look, I'm gonna be the main driver in this attack. Yeah, and that's what he's brought. He's brought to be the main driver in this attack, and this is what we needed. This is what we needed, and this is what he's delivering, right? And I expect everything what Palmer's doing right now. Do you know why? Because he's come through a pep team. Yeah, he's come through a pep team to join our team, right, and actually be the main man. That's what he wanted to be at Man City, but he couldn't because there's many stars at Man City.
Fair enough. JPT?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. This is like,
bro, you sound very distant.
I know these headsets suck, man. Can you hear me?
Just about.
Okay. Yeah, because I just don't know what happened to the internet here, so I'm just using my phone.
Ah, that's better.
I haven't seen a player like this yet since like Mata. Now we have like a young version of him, so he can be here for the long run. The assist today, unbelievable. That last one, that pass to Enzo was spectacular. He's just going to his own, and hopefully, he's a type of player too that it does. Even if Poch were to stay past this season, he's still developing. He's still getting better and better.
Right, you're very up and down, bro. We can barely hear you at points. Are you out walking the dog?
No, just the internet went out.
Oh, I see. So yeah, it's still a bit up and down because I can hear what you're saying just about the assist, and it was a beautiful goal, but in the past. But we can
again. Has you ever taken amount of stats that Mount had at Chelsea already?
Well, he's overtaken both Mount and Havertz
in stats.
Yeah, got in terms of, I think, assists and stuff like that. Yeah, he might not actually. No, he kind of done. Not yet. I'll have to go. Save that for the Man City preview. I will check that. We'll check back on that. When we do the Man City preview, like because we'll do one during the week just before the game. We'll talk about Mount and Cole Palmer. Right, we'll do that another show. But yeah, how do you feel about it all then? With Palmer and Ladabus?
Yeah, I think he's brilliant. He's I saw him at City the end of last season back. Like when they had already won the league and he was playing the last few games of the season, and like he impressed me when he was playing off the left. And I was speaking to some City fans about him, and they were saying that like he's not really that good, or they didn't really see it about him, which is fair enough. Then this summer, or not summer, the start of the season, came on in the Super Cup or in the Community Shield. He scored. Came on in the Super Cup. He scored. I'm surprised that he wanted to leave, because I would have assumed with Mahrez gone, yes, I know they bought Doku, but with Mahrez gone, you've got a real chance to stake that right wing spot. But he wanted more game time, and like, you know what Pep is like, he's going to take a while to bed him in because he did the same thing with Foden. And rather than wait for his chance, he wanted to go and leave and prove that he's good enough. And I'm glad that he's doing it. The annoying thing is, like one, realistically, as talented as he may be, he shouldn't be our best player. Like that's poor on
us.
Like one, yeah, and Nkunku can stay fit, which is annoying, but like that's poor on like kind of Sterling. Sterling has I don't think Sterling has been as bad as what everyone's making him out to be, but like he shouldn't also be outshone by RIP.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Big ups to poor player struck by lightning. Damn.
Yeah, he also shouldn't be necessarily our best player or our best attacker, for one. And two, this is him playing without a real like system to be coached behind. Like if we had a quality manager, a quality coach. This is why I tell people that our squad is not as bad as where we are in the table. Like a proper coach in place, like you'll see us shoot up. I'm not saying that we're title challengers or anything, but like we're not. We're not. I look at our squad and I compare it with Villa. I compare it with Newcastle. I compare it with Spurs. They are not better than us.
Prime, will you change your thoughts on Pochettino if we win the cup this season?
No. I'll only change my thoughts on Poch if he goes from now until the end of the season, he basically wins every game.
That's impossible. We all know that's impossible.
Exactly. But that's
I'll change my thoughts on Poch if we win the double. If we win the double, FA Cup and Carabao.
No, because if he could win the FA Cup and Carabao, but we could still finish like 14th. So
that's not happening for me. That's not gonna happen, no.
Yeah, but we're not going to win both cups. So
yeah. No.
We could do though. Prime. Never say never. We could win both of them,
and we could finish 14th.
Oh, bro, we could technically speak. We could be relegated if we were going on our last bloody 10 games. But yeah, we're not going to go too off topic. We're going to do some player ratings now, and I'll start off with Petrovic in goal, and I'll ask JP first if we can hear us properly.
I'll give him an 8. Good game. He couldn't do much with the goal. Like Prime said, defense let him down with shutting down the angle and getting more space.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had 2 saves all game. I think he was good on going back line. Came off when needed. 8. I will give him an 8.
Okay, Latimus.
I don't know. I don't know. Judging from highlights,
7.
He made a few good saves. I think like he had a typical Petrovic game. Like he doesn't really do much wrong.
Yeah, when he gets called on. Yeah.
I don't think he's really been at fault for the goals he's been conceded. To be fair, maybe a few, but I don't know. I'll give him a 7.5, like a standard game.
Deals?
I think he had a poor game today, to be fair. I think he didn't have a good game that he normally has. I feel like the connection around our backline towards him was a bit off it today. I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna give him a 6 today still.
All right. Well, JP said 8. You said 7.5, Latimus, and he says it. So
we'll talk to Latimus about the AFCON because I want to talk to him about the AFCON in a minute.
Well, bro, I'm not being funny. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I want to go to sleep because I've got work in the morning. So I'm not being funny. I did say that earlier on about AFCON, and it got declined when I
want to talk about Osimhen because I feel like a lot of people are saying about Osimhen not working out for us.
Well, hang on. Let me finish the player ratings, and then we'll have a little chat about Osimhen, all right? But to be honest, after what I've seen in AFCON, I don't want him in a Chelsea shirt.
Is it?
Because he's not what we need. To be honest, I'm not being funny. We need a battering ram up front, bro. And Victor Osimhen, for me, is not that guy. I prefer Benjamin Sesko from RB, but that's just me. Like, I'm not the board, so I don't make the signings. But right, Gusto, right back. What do we say?
I'm gonna say 8. I like Gusto in this game still. I think he's suited to the way that we play. and the way that we want to go forward. I feel like on the ball, he was very direct on the ball, and defensively, he knew what his job was. So I'm gonna say a 7, still 8. I'm gonna say 8.
Prime.
Yeah. I'll give him an 8. Got an assist. My fullback, Gusto. Yeah.
My fullback, yeah, kissing the badge and thing. JP.
Yeah, I'll give 7. You know, like I said, I want to see this guy more as our starting right back. Like Prime said, I think we'll be in good. Even if the long term plan is to have James stay and compete.
JP, you know what? You know
be
I
in
saw
good
him,
hands
innit?
with Gusto.
Gusto, you know I saw Gusto, JP. You know I saw him.
What happened?
Huh?
You said you saw him?
Yeah, I saw him, bro.
Where?
Outside the bridge in August, bro. When we played Liverpool. When we played Liverpool.
Did you get a
When we
chance?
played-
Did you get a
What?
chance to say hello?
Yeah, so I spoke to him, bro. I was speaking to him, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is they say anything about like joining the club?
No, he said that he's gonna try his best to be the first starter right back.
Well, next time you tell him Simon says you can come on his stream. I'm sure he'll be well excited.
He said he's gonna try his best to be starter over Reece James. That's what he said.
Well, at the minute, that's not hard, is it? Reece James never fit. So that's not hard.
Mission complete.
You know, I mean, yeah, you done it, bro.
That's at the time Reece James
Speaking
was
to
playing,
reality.
Bro. At the time Reece James was playing, bro.
Well, he ain't
By
now.
the way, Reece James is still my favorite player.
Yeah, but it's still
Good, but he
that's
still
what I'm
can't be
saying.
healthy.
Reece James isn't. That's it. Like Diassi, and oh wait, JP, what was your rating for Gusto?
Up 7.
7. So yeah, what? So yeah, we'll give him a 7.5, right? Because I said about a 7.8ish. So we'll 7.5. Right, Diassi, and I'll start off with JP.
I will give him a 5. I think I forgot where it was in the first half, but he just got cooked and turned inside out. Just granted, him alongside with Silva is not my preferred pairing.
JP, continue. I've got to do something. I'm being called. I'll be right back.
No problem. But yeah, so I'll give him a 5.
Who's that?
For this Diassi.
Prime?
What did you give him? Sorry, you said a 7 or 7.5.
Me, I gave him a 5.
Oh, you think it was 4?
Not just average. Just like 5 is not failing for me. It's just like you're right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just that he didn't have a good first half. Like I know no one did, but I think leading up to like that charge in the final third, right before the goal was taken from his side. But
you know what I think was he was steeping them towards the goal. Him and Silva, but they wasn't on their A game against the goal. Still, I feel like the goal they was not on point. I don't think Zassi and Silva were on point.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him a 5. I think he could have done better, bro.
Yeah. So what? That's a 5.5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna do this whole thing to put the chart up so we can go alongside with it. Okay. So let's talk about Chilwell. Oh, well, we got Silva. We got Silva next.
Silva, I'm gonna give him a 6. I think he could have done at least better on the ball and going defensively. I feel like on the ball he was moving a bit slow.
Is it because you think it's more because of this back four just doesn't suit him?
Yes, I don't think it suits him around the young players with the way that we're playing. I feel like the way the connection around the back line, I don't think it suits him, bro. Playing in the back three, it suits him more. So I'm gonna give him a 6.
Okay, so Prime.
Yeah, 6.5.
6.5. I'll give him Yeah, if anything, I'll give him a 6. Just slightly better than what I would consider average. And also, too, it's just that injury took him out. Maybe he could have picked it up in the second half, but wait, wasn't this? No, yeah, the second he got injured in the second half, didn't he, or was it in the first half?
Well, no one's gonna ask me my rating for
Second
Diassi.
half,
No,
bro.
it's
Second
like
half.
moved on.
Second half.
All right, so Wolf, before we go into
Thanks, man. Yeah. Go on, man.
you got back.
No, 6. No, actually, I'll give good Diassi a 5, and I'll give Thiago Silva a 6. Yeah, because obviously Diassi was getting exposed in the first half, and obviously Thiago Silva got injured, and he's normally quality. So sorry, 6 to Thiago Silva, 5 to Diassi.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the final tally for
6.
Silva?
6.
What? 6. Well, what's the average? Average for what is it? Is it average of 5 for Diassi as well?
I think Diassi got 5.5.
All right. We'll say 5 and 6 then for Thiago Silva, and Diassi then. Obviously, Silva getting the 6 and Diassi getting the 5.
I'll see if I can put this up on screen again. Should I put up the thing like we did from last time with the?
If you want.
So we could go like visuals.
In a bit, Rosie. Take care. Stay safe.
Hi, Rosie. Is it showing up?
Thank you. God bless. Best of luck to your son, by the way.
No, it's not showing up. Then don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, is it there? There we go. Add to the stage. So, yeah, here you go. Diassi 5.5, Silva. Right, my favourite person on the pitch, Ben Glass Chilwell. Who wants to start?
Let me go.
Go ahead.
On Chilwell, yeah, he was making certain passes to our attack. I don't think he was making the right passes. Defensively, listen, this guy's not learning his trade defensively no more. I'm gonna put him a 6. Oh no, 5. 5. I'm gonna give him a 5 still. Personally.
JP?
I'll give him a 4. Probably one of our worst players on the pitch. Alongside a player we're going to come across to later, but that bad decisions. He had a chance to score like almost like a Lerma like screamer today, but just completely skied it. It is what it is. Still want this guy out. I'd rather we find a replacement for a left back than we should be for a center back this summer. And I'm still staying with that same sentiment. So 4.
Latimus?
0.
Yep.
No, he's on my level. I think he's solid. I'm gonna give him a 3. He was shite.
So we got 3-4-0 prime or deals. What was yours?
5, bro.
5.
Look. I think Chilwell's better than Cucurella. I think he's gonna stay in the summer.
No.
I think he's staying in the summer over Cucurella. You might not like to hear that, but I think he's staying over Cucurella.
Yeah, you're probably right, but the thing is, you still don't help. This guy's made of glass, bro. He's unreliable. However you cut it, that's the only problem I got with him. But it must be balanced there, not just give him a 4. JP.
Listen. We should send him to Manchester United with his best friend.
What Mount? Money Mace.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Good luck with
three boys.
Isn't it? Right, so we'll just give Chilwell 4, innit? All right.
Oh, okay. I did the average. The average was 3.
Oh, was it? Well, it was a 3. All right, go on and put a 3 then. Right, Enzo. How do we rate him today?
I think he had a good game. Personally, second half, I feel like off the ball, I feel like he didn't really have a good game first half. Second half, he turned it on more. I feel like on the ball, he knew where the passes were. He knew where the possession was on the ball. So I'm gonna give him an 8. I'm gonna give him an 8 still.
Okay. Latimus?
Yeah, I'll give him an 8. 8.
Oh, nice. JP?
Yeah, definitely. I would say he was one. I want to say either 7 or 8. You know, the goal was cold. Finally was utilized as preferred in the second half when he stopped going up so forward and leaving Caicedo by himself. Yeah, I'll give him an 8 just to be simple.
All right, fair enough. Whack an 8 there. It's agreed. 8. What about Caicedo? And I'll start with Latimus on this one. I don't know.
I actually don't know from the highlights.
Well, I heard he was getting isolated in the first half. So, from what I understood of it, I'm going to give him a 5. I know that sounds horrible, but, you know, it's like we were saying about Enzo. Sometimes the system makes him look worse than what he is. And that's definitely one of those ways. Because, like Dills was saying, he was just getting isolated. So it was just one of those ones where the system, whatever way the system was put in the first half, it just didn't work. Oh, Dills is gone. Oops. So I'll give Caicedo a 5. And if Vladimir might want to agree with me, I'm not sure because I didn't see the game either. I saw it in bits and pieces. So maybe, what do you give him, Vladimir?
I don't watch the people told me that I don't know. I didn't watch the game. Some people have said he had a poor game. Some people have said that he was actually quite good. So I don't like.
Would you want to go neutral 6?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind. Doing that. That's fine.
How about you, JPT?
Yeah, pretty much to summarize. Really poor first half, but not because of what he's doing, just because of the situation he was put in, being the single pivot again. We've said this many times that he's not a single pivot type of player. And then second half, when Enzo finally stayed back, it did allow him to play much better. I would give him like a neutral 6, given what he was, considering what he was given today and the playing style we went for the first half. Yeah, just contract because he could have had maybe like a 7 or an 8 today if we went like this from the start. But yeah, 6. You know, he was all right.
Yeah, fair enough. For today, Moise gets the benefit of the doubt. Now we're starting with Madueke. Oh my goodness, this guy was the worst player on the pitch. Well, one of them.
Yep.
Was he actually that bad?
Yeah,
he was terrible.
We got much better when the second he got off, and of course too we had a preferred system with. I think we was in Cuckoo pretty more in the middle, wasn't he?
Yeah, but is that because Madueke was bad, or was that just because Palmer wasn't up top anymore and Nkuku was on?
No. When he in Cuckoo and Madueke didn't play on the same pitch today. Madueke got taken off for Nkuku.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So he's asking, was it because Noni had a bad game that when Palmer was up front?
No. I was just about to say it's not that when he got the ball, he didn't look like he knew what he was gonna do.
It's clueless, man.
So it's not one of those. I don't think it was he just had an off day. I believe it's called because like he had a good game against Villa, he had a bad one today. Because sometimes wingers do that. They don't have the mojo on the day. You know what I mean? They can't beat their man, or they just get tactically marked out. He just didn't have a great game for whatever reason. So for me, I'll be a bit more harsher on him what I was Caicedo, but I'll give him a 4 because he wasn't brilliant today. He made a lot of mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Prime, did you say your thoughts with Noni?
Yeah, no, I'll agree with the consensus between you guys. It's fine because I didn't watch the full game, so I can't really judge on him.
Fair enough. How about you, JP? Then, for what you saw of it, what do you think?
It seemed like he was having a lot of doubts on his decisions going on the wing because there was opportunities where like if this was like on the Villa game, he would be going through attacking the what is it called? Going towards the line, but it looked like he was going back, trying to play more to the middle instead of going into the box. Just a really bad game today. This is why I say like I will give Chilwell a 4, while I give Noni a 3. He just off it today. Hopefully he finds his form again versus in the cup final. But
again, a young player, isn't it? So
young player, yeah. But I mean, I just didn't expect him to have like a stinker like he had today. Because any other day he makes the right decisions. This one he was questioning everything.
What? So what? 4, yeah.
I give him a 3.
All right, so we give him a 3 then. We'll balance off at that.
Okay.
Now, hang on. Before we go to Connor, because we're going to probably give them go to Jackson next, because I don't really think I think I'll just give him a straight 6 because he didn't really make any mistakes, but he didn't really do anything either.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm going to give Jackson a quick 6. How do you feel about it, Ladamus?
Yeah, I mean,
same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, Jackson left wing. Like, I don't know. I keep saying like we should just for the rest of the season we should be using him as a striker.
Next week, by the way, to answer this one is the EFL. Not this weekend. The next weekend, I think. So yeah, just under 2 weeks. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give him like an average. I'll give him like 6.5.
JP.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Prime on this one, 6.5, because he was average. He didn't do many mistakes, but you know he maybe he just outperformed what I would expect for him to do on the left wing. Because honestly, if he keeps playing left wing for the rest of the season, I am not opposed to it. As long as Hodge goes through the right playing style for him and the squad. But yeah, 6.5. A good game.
Fair enough. Well, I'm put 6.5 next to his name then. Give the boys due. Right now, this is why I've saved these guys too. For like between these two, because it's out of these two, Connor and Palmer. Who's man of the match?
I'm going with Palmer. Palmer was more valuable. Yeah.
Palmer. Yeah, you going for that? All right. Well, even if I was to say Connor, I'm about voted 2 votes to 1 anyway, because we got on the majority here. So anyway, so yeah, go on. Palmer gets man of the match. So how do we rate Connor then? 9?
Were we rating Connor or Palmer?
No, because obviously you're on Connor, so you might as well rate him first. I was going to say, do you want to give Connor a 9 or an 8? Because he deserves a high.
I give him an 8. I mean, 2 goals is great, and you know what I would put it. I want to be petty and be like he should get a 9 just because he celebrated both goals with joy, even though it was against his former club, and I think that's hilarious. But you know, he did what he was told to do. Good game, good finish, and you know, back to he only had 1 game or goal before this, which was Villa. Hopefully, he carries this onto this. Well, as much as he can going into City with this game or with this form, but it's one of his best games this season. If not the best.
Latimus?
Yeah, I was going to give him an 8.5. So yeah, I agree with the 8. You know, 2 goals for us, which we needed. Yeah, and we take that going.
Go on then.
We take that going forward in the City. I'm assuming he'll start against City.
Oh, yeah.
So like, hopefully that confidence he now has.
0.5. 8.5, JP.
Okay.
And the confidence that the rest of the team has, to be fair, in general.
Me, I would give him a 9 because he did everything he was asked to do. Because for me, like I think Cole Palmer and Connor both get 9s because like they were our best players on the day. So, and I'm not being funny, we wouldn't have won the game with either of them missing. So,
yeah.
You know, because obviously 1 set up 2, 1 scored 2. Oh, piss deals. Big up, bro. Though. All right. In that case, then in the chat. Give us your ratings as well for Connor and Palmer. Who do you think was man of the match, bro? Just because you're in the chat now, don't mean you can't be involved. And you're important, bro. Come on, Blue Brother and all that. So yeah, tell me what your ratings for Connor and Palmer would be, because I'm not being funny. Okay, I agree with these boys that maybe Palmer gets man of the match because he was the more creative, but I still think it's neck and neck between him and Connor because obviously, because obviously, if Connor don't finish his dinner, there you go, Palmer was my man of the match. But so what do you rate Connor then? Because we've gone 8.5. What are you saying to that, Deals? What are you saying? But all right. Until he gives me a shout back. So what do we rate Palmer then? 9?
I give him 9.
It's got to be like, what about you? Little nod from Latimus? Yeah, fair enough. What about you? And obviously, go on. Slap a 9 on him. Go on. Because if obviously Deals as Palmer was his man of the match, obviously he's going to be like.
There you go.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Do you want to rate the subs? Because we got to do Nkuku. Would probably be the main one to talk about. How do we rate Nkuku? Don't worry, JP. You don't need to write it down.
Yeah, right. I wasn't going to because I don't think it's been the option. Big factor. Pivotal players. For this, when he came on, made an impact right away. I will give Nkuku. I will give him an 8 as well.
There you go. I go and change that to a 9 because I said a 9 as well for Connor. So that's two 9s.
There you go.
All right, here you go. And then Nkuku gets an 8 from Deals as well.
All right.
So big up. All right, cool. Palmer forced 9.
I mean, he did pretty much play a false 9 today. So
what about? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about you, Latimus? How are you feeling about Nkuku?
I 6.5. This average.
Really?
Not that per se he did anything wrong, but like I don't think he did anything great. But he didn't have to be fair.
No, no, he did well, but I'm feeling Latimus on the get. Well, let's not kiss his toes. Yeah, I'll give him a 7. He had a good game when he helped change. He helped change it. So there you go, JP. What do you decide?
Well, yeah, but like what I mean is in terms of I expect that from him anyway. So
yeah, he's an experienced
from his ability and stuff. That should be just a standard game for him.
Fair enough, JP.
Like I said, 8. I'm not saying like as you mentioned, like shouldn't be kissing his ass, but I'm not gonna ignore the fact that once he came on, he was
changed the game.
To that. But granted, he didn't do much. Like what we say, like on the stats, you don't see him on there as much, but there was an impact onto the defense when we got down to or broke down Palace's defense.
In a bit, DJ Crane, if that's you going. What was that? What was that? Deals? What you guys reckon Carney will get his chance? What, Galchrist? I don't know, bro. Carney, right? What do you mean?
Carney Chukwuemeka.
Chukwuemeka, yeah. That's what I was just thinking. I don't know.
Big up Crane, man.
I don't know. Maybe. Not sure. We'll have to see on that one because of how random the big up, bro. Take care. It's how random we pick teams at the minute. It's unsure. That's unlikely, but he's not going to get ahead of Connor. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not sure.
To be honest, I think we might see him for the Leeds game.
No, that's true. That's a possibility.
But after that, we had to hope we play either a championship or a League One team for the next round if they're still in.
Can I just?
I would like to see Carney. I've got more games, and I think maybe the past few games you could say maybe you should have, but Gallagher scored last game. He scored this game.
This one, he's not going to be.
We're just talking about form and everything and merit, which Posh doesn't really play players on merit, but Gallagher deserves to. Well, I say that I don't think Gallagher should start in the City game because again, my midfield would be Caicedo, Enzo, and Nkuku. But for just going off merit and his performances the last 2 games, Gallagher deserves the nod.
Well, so. we'll do a Liverpool. We'll do a Liverpool and City preview at later dates because obviously we can always squeeze one in a little half an hour something on Thursday. Sorry, if everyone's free. Deals as well included in the chat, of course. But yeah, so we just say Gilchrist, Colwell, and Sterling all get maybe 5s because they didn't really do anything when they come on, did they? And to be honest, they didn't really have long. They didn't have more than about 10 minutes between them, did they? Because still maybe Colwell because how long? How many minutes were in when?
Well, the injury came on the
80 seconds.
For Silva.
Yeah. There was no Sterling was late.
61st minute.
So how do we rate Colwell then? Did all right? 6.
5, 30 minutes, and he's just coming off an injury as well.
Fair enough. Latimus?
Yeah, like average performance. Not average, but like 6.5, like average rating, I'll say.
All right. We'll put it this way. We'll just say on the benefit that we'll give him a 6, but everybody else gets a 5 because I'm not doing anything. Sterling didn't do anything when he came on. Gilchrist is not a game changer, and then Nkuku we've all agreed on for about a 7.5. So Right, quickly ratings, everybody. Just quick, and I know it's gonna make everyone's ears burn. Poch, what's his rating? Deals. I know you're gonna you go ape shit there in the chat, but so what do we rate Poch at? And I'll start off with Adamus.
Terrible first half. We got the win, but is that more so due to Palmer and Gallagher than 6.5.
JP?
I was leaning more towards 6 just because the first half was so bad. And seeing the midfield empty, that's from his. Maybe it is a mix of the players being young and just playing opposition out of, even though Poch, then that's when Poch should be coming off, yelling, screaming off the bench, get back to fucking position. But made the right substitutions, including Cuckoo, of course. Caldwell, I'm glad he took the risk to bring him back. And then again, I'm not sure whether there was any.
Chalobah was on the bench,
Chalobah was on the bench, but would you want to rush him? Is it still considered rushing him back if he were to come off the bench today?
Well, the thing is that could apply to Caldwell and Chalobah though.
True, but who is more just coming off more of a long term?
Chalobah is more serious, yeah.
And
right.
Plus, Chalobah hasn't played a game all season.
Exactly.
So,
fair enough.
And Gilchrist, get the young kid some minutes. I think he was using him more frequently when to secure a win. Who else did he come up with another substitution after that? Or was it just them three?
It was Sterling. It was Sterling and Gilchrist and obviously Caldwell.
Sterling
didn't do shit, bro.
This is a guy that I wouldn't mind if we let him go. The only thing I see for him, and I know he might. You guys said that he might take his chances. I think really the best thing to use him is just for someone to draw penalties. Other than that, that's it.
Well,
how many penalties has he drawn that have been like either us getting a point or getting 3? Like I think the City one was comes to mind. He had one somewhat before the Villa game. Either way, I don't rate.
Well, Luton away, you got a penalty as well.
Luton away, yep.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. He has his role, or he can be useful. But I understand what you're saying. His overall contribution to play isn't enough.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like Latimer said earlier, he's the kind of guy you stick up top. He's not involved in the build-up. And that's kind of what sucks about him. So, yeah, you're sort of shadowing what Latimer said there earlier. And I appreciate that. And it's true. There has been enough Chelsea games where this guy's gone missing. So, fair enough. But we'll give Poch a 6. Great second half, poor first. So they cancel each other out. So, yeah, we'll give Poch a 6. But boys, right, we're gonna round it up because we've been going nearly 2 hours. But Latimer, do you want to shout out your Instagram, bro?
Yeah, just follow me on not Instagram. Well, maybe Instagram, but follow me on Twitter.
Shout out your Twitter then.
Or just socials anyway. It's Latimus Prime, and you'll find me wherever on socials. So, yeah.
JPT.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to stream.
Oh, thank you, bro. So go on, JPT. I know you didn't link it to your channel, did you? You should have.
I was running so late. Just like screw it. Let's just get on this on the stream. But like I said, maybe we can do the watch along for we can do one for Chelsea City this weekend. Not looking really forward to that game.
No.
But hey, you know what? We can celebrate it, or we can watch it knowing that it's helping Arsenal and Liverpool not win the title. So
We'll draw the positives and negatives as they come on the result. We'll just leave it at that. Because I'm not being funny. I don't like the idea of helping any of them. So it's like they're the enemy.
If we had a snowball's chance in hell, which technically we do, but I think the snowball's chance in hell is better suited. to compete for the title, then all right, cool.
Right. By the way our logic's going right now, we probably throw the snowball. The snowball will pull a hamstring. We'll have to sub it for another snowball.
That snowball's gonna have more presence than Lavia has.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll last longer than 30 minutes, hopefully.
It.
Yeah, but yeah, I wanted something that you mentioned earlier. Look, even though I said that we're not going to win the title, I would be happy with Poch if we win the cup, the double. But I want us to at least get like Europa spots, just to be fair, because I can't really request or ask this team to go for Champions League spots with how young they are and how thrown together this team is under Poch.
Well, it was thrown together with Poch.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I understand what you. No, you're fully right. But as I said, I'm not going to make it a Poch in or out debate now. But it's just one of those ones where, yeah, the board and Poch can take equal responsibility as far as I'm concerned, because they've helped screw it up between the two of them. So there you go. But boys, thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that was in the chat. Even though Deals was in the chat, he was on the show. Big up to him. You can find him on Instagram. Go and give him a like and a follow. Big up to DJ Crane, Rosie, Melina, everyone that was in the chat earlier. Keeping it real Chelsea, even though he's on stage.
Yeah.
Andy Bale, big up, bro. Hope everyone's all right. Here to there as well. Big up the assembled and all you other good people. We are out of here. Stay safe and in a bit.